Google discriminate against women, blacks, and Latinos?
Those are the voices of minority groups who protested outside Google's Mountain View headquarters on February 11th, picketing to protest the lack of transparency in Google's hiring process. Jorge Corralejo, chairman of the Latino Business Chamber of Greater Los Angeles, was one of the picketers rallying for Google to release their employment statistics.
We're here today to protest Google and 22 companies that would not release their employee data.
In light of Google hiring 6,000 people or more this year, many are asking where the root of the problem may lie.
There's a supply problem in that there's not a significant proportion of women and underrepresented minority students graduating with computer science and engineering degrees, which is the main crux of the workforce that those high-tech companies are hiring from.
So at Stanford, I have the statistics right here of students that are currently enrolled in computer science. In the bachelor's program, we have 15% women, master's program 13%, and PhD program is 15% too.
Robert Gray, an electrical engineering professor at Stanford, has been mentoring women for decades now and says women are still underrepresented in the program.
Engineering has not done a good job of outreach, of publicity, of connecting, and I think they've done a particularly poor job in connecting with potential women engineers.
You have to work internally within your company to make sure that hiring committees have all the information possible, that positions stay open until you have diverse candidates that are in the pool. You have to watch out for the kind of interview questions that you ask and things like that to make sure that it's not one-sided. The tricky part is to really find them, have the network, and then keep them once you hire them.
Sammy LMO, a former employee at Procter & Gamble, says that focusing on diversity can be good, but companies can take it too far.
During my time at P&G, I think you had two competing things. So first of all, diversity was a very important sort of factor, to the extent that there were diversity scorecards in the company, and high-ranking managers had those scorecards basically on their plans, and it was tied to their compensation. However, there is a problem when you have that, because you end up almost sort of foregoing sometimes qualifications just to meet your scorecard, because at the end of the day, it's directly tied to compensation. You want to make money. So if it means hiring one or two not as good candidates to meet that, sometimes it's a conflict of interest sometimes.
Protesters called Google out for having a motto of do no evil while not being transparent.
Google's mantra of do no evil and transparency are very two different things. At the end of the day, you need to keep your competitive advantage. And if that means hiring labor at the most cost effective, then that just makes sense.